Hello everyone. Today we are going to finally complete chapter 3 of class 12 psychology, that is meeting life challenges. So in the previous video we have completed the topic of stress management technique. Now we are going to learn what are the ways through which we can promote well-being in our life. First is stress resistance personality. So recent studies by Kobasa have shown that people having high level of stress but low level of illness, they show some common characteristics or personality traits of hardiness. Now you may ask what hardiness means. Hardiness is a set of belief about oneself, about the world and how they interact. So it consists of 3 C's. First is your commitment. So it shapes the sense of commitment in our life, commitment to work, our family, hobbies and social life, which shows the dedication that we want to engage in that particular activity. Then comes your control. It shapes the sense of control in our life, which shows that there is a purpose, there is a meaning, there is a direction in our life. Then comes your challenge. They see life as normal and positive things to look upon, not as a threatening. Then comes the topic life skills. So life skills are the behavior or a skill that an individual have to deal with the demands and the challenges in the everyday life. So first is assertiveness. Now assertiveness is a way to express your feelings, your thoughts without being self-conscious, to present yourself confidently, be assertive and having high self-esteem. Then comes time management. As the name suggests, the central principle of time management is to spend time in those things that you value or those things that help you to achieve your goal. Suppose after 3 days you are having your exams, so definitely your aim would be, how should I manage my time so that I'm going to spend a longer duration of time preparing for my examination. So it is also related being realistic about what we want and what we want to do and balancing between the two areas. Then comes your rational thinking. We have to understand the way we think and the way we feel are closely connected. If our thoughts are negative, it's going to have a profound effect on the way we feel about the world or the way we feel about different incidents and things in our life. So there are certain principles of rational thinking. First is challenging those distorted thinking and irrational beliefs. So if you believe or if you think that your life is worthless, your future is in darkness and you are worthless in every sense, first you have to challenge the distorted thinking. Second comes is to drive out those potentially intrusive, anxiety provoking thoughts. And last but not the least is making positive statements that no, I'm going to make my life worthy, I'm going to work hard and my future would be bright. Then comes improving relationships. We have to understand the key for a sound lasting relationship is communication. So suppose you are in a relationship, the primary reason for having clashes between the two persons is communication issues. First, we have to listen what the other person is saying patiently. Second, we have to express what we think and how we feel. Last, and it is most important, is to accept the things, accept the thoughts that the other person is expressing, even if it is different from our own. Then comes your self-care. We know we have to keep ourselves healthy and relaxed, so we are better prepared both physically and emotionally to tackle the challenges or the stresses of everyday life. When we are stressed, we have that shallow breathing which is not good for our health, whereas when we are relaxed, we have stomach-centered breathing from the diaphragm. Then comes overcoming unhelpful habits like perfectionism and procrastination. Perfectionists are those people who want everything to be just perfect. They have difficulties in varying standards based upon the factors like time available and not being able to stop work and the efforts needed. They tend to avoid challenges. They have difficulty to stop work and relax. Avoidance is just a way to put the things under the carpet and not facing the challenges. Then comes your procrastination. This is the word that you have came across a lot of times. Procrastination is to delay the things we know that we want to do, and we all are guilty of the statement that I will do it later. So procrastination, the people who procrastinate a lot of time, definitely they have that fear to confront or to just accept their rejections and the fears. Then comes the topic promoting positive health. Now, health is a state of physical, mental, social and spiritual well-being, and not merely just absence of diseases. Now, positive health consists of having a healthy body, high quality of personal relationships, then having sense of purpose in your life, mastery over life skills, self-regard and resilience to stress, trauma and changes. So first way is your diet. Now definitely a balanced diet has the ability to lift one's mood, prevent illness, feed our muscles, develop our immune system so that we are better equipped to cope up with the stresses of our life. Then comes your exercise. Now exercise is definitely a great way to manage our weight and stress. It has a positive impact to deal with anxiety, stress and depression in our life. So the exercises that have a positive effect on our stress, first is your stretching exercises like yoga asanas and aerobic exercise. Then comes your positive attitude. Now positive attitude means to have a fairly accurate perception of reality, the ability to accept and tolerate different viewpoints of others, having good sense of humor, with the ability to laugh at oneself, with having responsibility about your own life. It helps us to remain centered and see the things from a proper perspective. Then comes your positive thinking. Now optimism means having an inclination to the expectations that there are going to be positive outcomes from your life. Optimistic people, they believe that adversities of life can be successfully handled and overcome. Optimistic people, they use more problem focused strategies. They seek advice and help from others. Then comes your social support. Social support is the availability and the existence of those people on whom we can rely, who love us and care for us. Then comes your perceived support. So perceived support is a quantity of social support that we have that is related to our well-being. And then is your social network, which is quantity of social support, but it is not that much related to your well-being because it is quite time consuming and demanding to maintain a large social network with all. Then there are three types of social support. First is tangible support, that is to provide tangible things or assistance in the form of services, goods and money. So suppose you were absent in the previous day and you asked your friend that can you provide notes of the previous classes. So if the friend say yes, they are providing you tangible support. Then comes your informational support. Your family members and your friends, they provide the informational support during the stressful situation. Suppose you are feeling anxious before giving an important examination. It can be UPSC, it can be JEE Mains, advanced and other tough examinations. So if your cousin who have faced a similar situation is helping you, so they are providing informational support in that case. Then comes your emotional support. Emotional support are provided by your close friends and family members during a stressful situation, who let you know that you are loved, you are valued and you are cared for. Then comes an important topic of the chapter, that is resilience. It is a dynamic developmental process that includes maintaining positive adjustment under life challenging conditions. So here they reflect the feelings of self-worth, self-resilience and maintaining positive role models, having cognitive skills like your problem solving, creativeness, and your resourcefulness as well. So the resilient people, they have the ability to manage the effects of stress, trauma and other stresses in your life. Then apart from that, they try to live life psychologically healthy and meaningful lives. Then there are three resources of resilience. First is I am, that is your inner strength, like I am respectful to myself and to others. Then is I have, that is your social and interpersonal skills, like I have people around me who love me and care for me no matter what. Then is I can, that is your interpersonal and your problem solving skills, like I have ways to solve the problems that I face. With this, I want to end this video. I hope you like my explanation. Please like this video, comment down your doubts. I would love to take it all. If you want the notes in PDF format, you can join the Telegram channel. I will link down the channel in the descriptions. With this, thank you and have a great day.